Super Shogun Wrestling returns to West Branch, Michigan on Saturday, April 11th for another incredible night of live pro wrestling. I am P-Pod, one of your voices here at Super Shogun, and I'm here to break things down on what is going on this coming Saturday and why you need to come to West Branch, Michigan for Super Shogun. Red Tiger will be taking on Pete Daddy Dollar finally one-on-one. While these two have been playing cat and mouse for the last few months between the Tatakai tournament in January, their 6-person tag at Love You to Death and leading teams at the Samurai Series, Dollar and Tiger, finally will lock up. Old rivals will rekindle their feud as Benjamin Brody will be taking on CESAR and ASHUR one-on-one. Now, CESAR is one half of the Super Shogun Tag Team Champions, as well as the holder of the ONIKAGE katana that guarantees him a match whenever and wherever. But Benjamin Brody wants that katana after becoming more and more unhinged since losing his CEO position. The Great AKUMA and Rick CAURDIEA one-on-one. These two teamed up at the Tatakai tournament, full embodiment of the King's Road style, but now they will be fighting one-on-one. A rematch of February's Love You to Death tag team match, as Juice and Consequences of Juice Huerta and Tate Manson will take on Generation Shine of the Tatakai champion, Vince Diamond, and Flying Ryan Crow. Juice and Consequences have been making a statement since the beginning of the year, but two of the highest flying and the brightest stars in Shogun will hopefully get a win officially as a tag team. In a very unexpected tag team match, as John Paul and the Unchained King, Brandon Day, will take on Ash Barker and the Symphony of Destruction's own Steven Lyrics. Brandon Day has become unhinged, has eliminated everyone in his match at the Samurai Series, and John Paul was the sole winner of his team at the Samurai Series. They will team up for the first time in Shogun against Parker and Lyrics. For the Samurai Championship, Anthony TOATELE will defend against Shogun Jackson Stone. And while Stone has had some very impressive showings in TNA, you are now in Super Shogun, and Anthony TOATELE is the top of the mountain here. The RONIN Championship is on the line. Josh Morris will defend against oh so despicable Camden Francis. At Love You to Death, two things happen. One, Josh Morris won in a very impressive 30-minute Iron Man match against Eric Surge for the championship, and Camden Francis decided to destroy his former tag team partner in the King Monster. These two locked up at the Samurai Series with Camden Francis pinning for his team. Now, the title is on the line. All this and more when you come live to West Branch, Michigan this coming Saturday, April 11th for Super Shogun Wrestling. Don't miss it. It's Super Shogun here at West Branch, Michigan. Welcome back. And we're going to kick things off in tag team action here in West Branch, Michigan.
Oh yeah, we got a rematch from Love You to Death, Generation Shine versus Juice and Consequences.
I am P-Pod, Dirt Sheet Dan on the call. Thank you so much for taking the time out and supporting independent wrestling. This is Super Shogun Wrestling. Tate Manson up front, Juice Huerta in the back. Juice and Consequences are starting to make a statement here in 2026.
Oh yeah, we've seen their first ever time outing as a team against Generation Shine, and they managed to pick up the victory. So technically they are undefeated as a tag team here in Shogun Wrestling.
They also made a statement at Love You to Death back in February, interrupting our Samurai Championship match, which will be on the line this evening as Anthony TOATELE makes another defense. But
two of the young rising stars here in Super Shogun, in Flying Ryan Crow, and the Tatakai champion, Vince Diamond, is about to come out.
Yeah, you got the hometown hero and a fast fan favorite. And the crowd comes alive for Vince and Ryan.
These two bitter rivals in 2025 became teammates throughout the year, because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and friends through battles. They have become a very impressive tag team, but not impressive enough to score an official victory here in Shogun. We'll take it to Chase for the formal announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this tag team match scheduled for... In the corner to my left, at a combined weight of 375 pounds, hailing from no man's land, we have the Drake, Juice Huerta, and the Red Dragon, Tate Manson. Together, they are Juice and Consequences. And in the corner to my right, weighing in at 380 pounds combined, from West Branch, Michigan. I said from West Branch, Michigan! Your hometown heroes, Flying Ryan Crow and Shining Vince Diamond are Generation
Generation
Shine!
Shine has always been popular throughout Shogun as individuals, but as a tag team, unfortunately, have gotten off to a rough start. And when your first time as a team, Dan, was taking on the Den in a Christmas street fight back in December, it's hard to go up from there.
Most definitely, but you know what they say, Peapod, third time is the charm. And I have all the confidence in Generation Shine, especially after seeing Ryan having eyes in the back of his head.
Well, I think after all that was said and done from February, I think Generation Shine has been studying up on their tapes, not only here in Shogun, but across the wrestling scene. Nice tag in to Vince Diamond. And we mentioned that he's the Tatakai champion. If you have not seen our show on YouTube, the Tatakai tournament, what we had is tag matches with random team members coming together, and then a battle royale at the final win of that show. And Vince Diamond was the last man standing, and he has a beautiful, beautiful ring to showcase for it.
Oh yeah, a beautiful ring, followed by, it looks like, a beautiful body slam to go with it.
Making Juice Huerta think about it, the drink of Juice Huerta, as we have now apparently have learned tonight.
And you have to feel for Generation Shine. This is win or bust. Like I said, this is your third time as a team. If you guys don't win here tonight, where do you go from here?
Combination kick and Russian leg sweep pin attempt. 1, 2, and only a 2 count as Tate Manson tried to get his legs in. But here's the thing, though, and I'm noticing, I don't know if you see it, but the ribs are taped up on Ryan Crow. We know that Generation Shine was a part of that Samurai Series elimination tag match. They were in that third and final match, and that brutal spear from CESAR ASHUR, I'm sure, and we knew that something got hurt during that massive spear on Ryan Crow. That's definitely going to hinder his high-flying ability.
Especially with those nasty stomps from Tate Manson. And to your point earlier, Peapod, like you said, Juice and Consequences, they interfered in the Samurai title match, I believe, at Love You to Death. Not only that, they've been attacking Benjamin, Brody, Mad Dog. They've been making enemies left and right.
Well, they're definitely trying to make a statement here in 2026, and why wouldn't they? Shogun is the place to be in pro wrestling, especially here in West Branch, as you see the rabid fighting style of Tate Manson going against those ribs.
Now you have to start to question Ryan's decision of wrapping those ribs. Obviously they help heal, but they're also putting a target. You're letting your opponent know where you're hurting at.
You're absolutely correct, but Ryan Crow will fight through all the pain, but Tate Manson now with a German suplex and tries to hold on to it. I thought he was going to go for a pin attempt for a bridge, but a tag into Juice Huerta. And I gotta be honest, backbreaker on those injured ribs and an elbow drop from Juice. Showing some impressive tag team maneuvers here. Pin attempt, 1, 2, and only a 2 count. I'm kind of impressed with Juice and Consequences because they have really hitting the ground running and making a statement here in Shogun.
Well, one thing they have playing to their advantage is they were part of the Symphony Destruction before. So even though this is only their second time as a tag team, they've known each other for quite a while here. And it's showing right now they're in control. I think my favorite comparison for Juice and Consequence is almost like Beauty and the Beast.
It really is, and a gut-wrench suplex, a beautiful gut-wrench suplex from Juice Huerta. And Juice, again, is definitely really the looks of the department of the Beauty and the Beast tag team metaphor that you mentioned, Dan. But showcasing that gut-wrench suplex, I think he's taking a page out of Tate Manson's book there.
I'm going to correct you. When he does them, they're called gut-wrench juice plexes.
Really?
Yeah, hey, that's what he told me. I'm going, go shoot the messenger.
Dan's getting all the dirt, as he always does, and also that elbow got a little bit of a dirt there on Ryan Crow.
With some jarring words from Juice, feeling himself, but this is where he could be taking his eyes off the ball. You can know, as I say that, Tate Manson choking him out.
And Tate Manson just getting his licks in from the corner, but pin attempt by Ryan Crow. Basically, Tate Manson, wrong place, wrong time.
Almost getting that tag he desperately needed, but right back on those injured ribs.
Is every suplex a juice plex, or is it just that one?
No, every suplex is a juice plex.
Okay, well then a back juice plex from Huerta.
The juiciest of all juice plexes.
He makes Gushers look like a desert.
And here comes Tate Manson, unhinged. And unhinged in more ways than one. Have you seen this guy's offense?
Unhinged, rabid, just throwing everything in the kitchen sink into the wind and hoping it lands like that kick to no avail.
Swing and a miss. And Ryan is a long way from Vince. Can he make it? Tate to Juice.
Juice gets a tag in, and Ryan trying to get a tag in to Vince, but unfortunately an elbow drop drops down like rain from the juicy one.
All that pressure on those injured ribs. And when you have a rib injury, what hurts the most is breathing. Everything from lifting to breathing. The rib injury is probably the last thing you want in a match.
Brother, you have dialed it in. I was literally just about to say that. That is fantastic. Yes, Dirt G Dan.
Oh, that was fantastic right there!
That was a flip out of Ryan Crow now with a spinning knee kick there. As you can see, Ryan is desperately wanting to get a tag into Vince, and he gets it in. Vince Diamond and Tate Manson now gonna throw some bones here.
Throwing some bones, throwing some bows. Shining Vince Diamond is on a roll. Now lighten up, Juice and Consequences.
Vince Diamond shining bright like he always do. Now going, let's see, a power bomb. Spins out with it, very nice. Oh! Clothesline from Tate Manson cuts Diamond's time short as always. And that's the thing about Tate Manson that I've always noticed. That it doesn't matter how much momentum you get around him, he is like a railroad spike on the tires of a career. But Vince Diamond turning it around there and only a 2 count.
What a maneuver from Vince Diamond. Putting Generation Shine back into this match. So far it's been mostly Juice and Consequences. And you have to feel they have the most big running knee strike.
Running knee, Tate Manson with a running knee and only a 2 count.
This match means so much more to Generation Shine probably than Juice and Consequences, because Juice and Consequences have beaten Generation Shine.
Well, Juice and Consequences definitely could be contenders for a future tag title match. Tag in from Crow. I don't think Diamond understood what was going on, but a high knee lift there. Spine on the pine. Pin attempt. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Crow and Diamond Generation Shine did it. The first win for Generation Shine, and it is no secret they want the Tag Team Champions, which is currently being held by the Den. And this is the start of many wins, hopefully, for Generation Shine.
Oh, definitely take a step in the right direction, but interesting now, both these teams have a win up on each other.
It's only a matter of time that we will see a rubber match between Juice and Consequences and Generation Shine. Tate and Juice will have to lick their wounds and fight another day.
What a hot opener here tonight at Shogun. That's pretty good, and I'm excited for Generation Shine getting their first victory here tonight. Very well deserved, very well earned.
Oh, what it must be like for the other half. As Pete Daddy Dollar came to Super Shogun, I knew that I was a class above everybody else. And then, what do you know? Kindred spirits come together. Me and Bad News Cruz came together as the Midnight Vice. Now here I am in Florida, and what are all the plebs at Super Shogun doing? Out wrestling on dark shows. Sorry, boys. You don't deserve me at dark. The crowd doesn't deserve me. CEO James Dillinger gave me the month off. Said, hey, Samurai Series, you got screwed. I know it. You know it. Every stupid, toothless hillbilly in the crowd saw that foul-mouthed mime cheat his way to a victory over me. But that's okay, because I got bigger fish to fry and bigger kitties to catch. And speaking of kitties to catch, I know a certain tiger that has a thorn in his paw. Guess what? That thorn is me. Come April 11th, there ain't gonna be just a thorn in your paw. There's gonna be a boot in your face. Because there's nobody to save you. There's no referees that are gonna help you. There's no mimes to bail you out. Super Shogun belongs to Midnight Vice. If you plebeians will excuse me, I have a drink to get to and other business to attend to, namely getting Cruz out of jail, but that's another story, so piss off, I got work to do.
Pete, you know, I'm really glad to hear you're enjoying your vacation. I want you to get as much sun as you can. You know, I do love a hot meal, but do me a favor and don't get yourself anywhere past medium rare. Now, Pete, if you're hearing this, you're probably thinking that's just some cool stuff to say to a dude to scare him. But let me clear that up for you, Pete. You see, when everybody in the Super Shogun arena looks at you, they see a massive toolbox. Not me. No. Pete, when I look at you, all I see is a protein count. And I've been training, Pete. I've been training hard. Actually, I'm gonna train right before I get to the building on Saturday. So when you watch me step through those ropes on April 11th, you will inherently know that I am starving. Now watch me crush this bench.
Brother, I am ready for this match tonight with Red Tiger.
You're ready, man. You deserve it.
Absolutely.
This pussycat's been running from you way too long, and I think it's tonight we finally get rid of the last life, 9 lives, you know, whatever the saying is.
Last one. This is his last hope. We don't want to forget. All right. You want? Hang on. Hang on. So you know what you're doing, right? You're good. Okay. Remember, this is a big night for us. All right.
Nosy ass, get out of here. Be gone, peasant, be gone.
accompanied by Serena Gray and Bad News Roberto Cruz. Representing Midnight Vice is the Human Stimulus Package, the Insurance Policy. He is Pete
Well, it seems like Pete Daddy Dollar has got some extra cash to spend, gaining an insurance policy, quote unquote, with Ms. Gray in the corner.
My question is, how many insurance policies does this man need? Last month we had Big Dom. What was it, Serena Gray? Is that what he said?
Serena Gray, yes.
Can he not get the job done on his own?
Well, Pete Daddy Dollar will throw cash everywhere and anywhere he wants, and it seems like Roberto Cruz, Bad News Cruz, is back here in Shogun after being bailed out of jail since we did not see him at the Samurai Series.
I'll tell you what, the only thing I like right now about Midnight Vice is their drip. I will admit they got some good drip on right
honestly, I as the kids say, they stay fly. Do they still say that?
I have no idea.
You're younger than me. I'm a grown-ass man. It's fine.
Shut your mouth!
And the fans kind of reiterating how I feel, telling Pete Daddy Dollar he sucks.
Well, Pete Daddy Dollar helped Roberto Cruz retire J.J. Hughes.
From Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 250 pounds, standing at 6'3" no, WrestleCat Company Daddy He is
The newest iteration of Tiger, Red Tiger, debuted here back in January at the Tatakai tournament. The newest form of Tiger is now red with energy, red with his rage. Red Tiger is here with the baddie, Maddie Fine, in his corner, excuse me.
And they're finally getting this one-on-one matchup. This is technically the fourth meeting in a row between these two.
These two have been playing cat and mouse for the last few months. Yes, I made the same pun twice. We are going to do it again because Red Tiger finally will get his licks in and his claws in the human stimulus package in Pete Daddy Dollar.
As he's staring down Red Tiger. I'm interested to see what it's going to be like in this matchup now that they're one-on-one. No tags, just straight singles. Of course, he has two people on the outside helping him, in Roberto Cruz and Serena Gray.
I mean, do you know anything about the Serena Gray gal?
No, it's my first time seeing her.
I mean, she seems like a lovely woman. But maybe Pete Daddy Dollar has saw all the things that has been happening with Matty Fine, with Tiger. I thought he basically bringing on his own valet, a manager, whatever you want to call it, insurance policy.
Oh, Red Tiger's asking for another one. They say don't poke the lion, you better not poke the tiger. Oh, as he bites his hand. Hey, you get what you asked for.
I mean, I'm sure that bite was great, but Tiger just pumps off Dollar there.
Yeah. Every punch right into that bald head of Pete Daddy Dollar. Yeah, bite it!
What did I say about the bald thing?
Hey, man, it's no shots at you, nothing personal. I just call it how I see it.
I mean, that's fair. I have to respect my bald brethren, okay? We have a very, very special society here, man.
Hey, there's no respect for the humus garbage package.
As Red Tiger throws those hands and those paws and getting once again another bite into Dollar. I know Tiger has had his wars here in Shogun. He's always been a staple here and always is loved by all. But it seems like Roberto Cruz and Midnight Vice have problems with Tiger.
I wonder why. Red Tiger is a cool dude, man.
I mean, he's great. I mean, here's the thing, though. I can understand why Midnight Vice wants to make a statement. They're basically in the pocket of CEO James Dillinger, They helped basically take down one of the most beloved characters here in Shogun in JJ Hughes, the Chat Daddy. I'm sure they're trying to take down another staple here in Shogun.
And speaking of taking down, Pete Daddy Dollar able to take down Red Tiger, but only a 2 count. This match has been mostly Red Tiger, and now Pete Daddy Dollar doing his best to take advantage of this one.
I mean, Dollar has had some very interesting maneuvers and moves ever since making himself known more to the audience by teaming up with Midnight Vice's own Roberto Cruz. We saw Cruz turn on JJ Hughes. If it wasn't for Dollar, I think JJ Hughes would still be around here in Shogun.
Well, that's for a fact. As he has Red Tiger up for a body slam. I'll give him credit. He's definitely been hitting the gym.
I mean, Dollar has been hitting those dues for sure, getting those stocks rising, and I'm not talking about his portfolio.
And Maddie Fine is doing her best job trying to get Red Tiger back into this, getting the crowd.
The stock crash there, 1, 2.
But big kick out from Red Tiger. That's what I like to see right there. Using those 9 lives to his advantage.
I mean, he might have expelled 2 of them there after that overdrive maneuver. As now Dollar continues the assault on Tiger.
Let's see what he has planned here. Running in the corner. Big splash.
And more shots into the corner as referee RD trying to separate both Dollar and Tiger. Now going into the chest into Tiger.
And the victory here tonight is actually very important. As you guys know, our next show is the RONIN Rumble. So, you win here tonight, you got a little momentum going into that.
30 individuals will enter the RONIN Rumble. And be on the lookout for announcements on the Shogun social media about what has been going on. And it's been a huge night here thus far at the Dragon's Den in West Branch. And Daddy Dollar still going after Tiger, and it's quite impressive to see that Cruz and Gray have not interrupted in this match at all. Maybe we're seeing some professionalism from Midnight Vice.
Maybe hell has frozen over. I don't know. I doubt it though. The match isn't over just yet.
Another splash in the corner on Tiger.
Picks him up for a suplex. He hits it, executed almost perfectly.
And now going into some push-ups.
See, this is exactly what I don't like about Pete Daddy Dollar. You're over here celebrating like you already won the match, not even doing a proper pin.
And to be honest, not doing a proper pin.
Would you say that to his face, Peapod?
Nope.
Ah, of course you did.
I told you, both brethren. Come on.
But the crowd's starting to come alive for Tiger, and perhaps that's what he needs.
Belly to back suplex there, pin attempt, 1, 2, did not get enough air and impact on that, and Tiger kicked out at 2, but we've seen Tiger get through so much. Who could forget the steel cage match at Samurai Slam 3, where he took on his longtime rival, Great AKUMA.
And by now, you have to feel both these men know each other pretty well, so that's kind of been back and forth. Like I said, this is the 4th meeting between these two.
And Tiger.
He was asking for more right hands from Pete Daddy Dollar, and it looks like that was a mistake. And again, you have to stay on top of an opponent like Red Tiger. You can't just be sitting here playing to the crowd all the time.
Tiger there meets Dollar halfway.
Proving my point exactly. Now Red Tiger able to get things back on track here.
Using those strong cat-like reflexes and those knees on Dollar, but it wasn't enough as Dollar hits a big boot and might have knocked out Tiger here.
I think he's just playing possum. Come on, Tiger, get your head back into it. You got the eye of the tiger. Remember this. Remember that.
I mean, he is Red Tiger. Both his eyes are eyes of tigers.
Oh, it's cutting Pete Daddy Dollar in half.
Beautiful spear from Red Tiger as now both individuals are on the ground as referee RD is starting the count. If he reaches a 10 count, both men will be considered a double knockout.
I say, obviously the damage has been done to Red Tiger from Pete Daddy Dollar, not able to capitalize after that spear-like maneuver. And now Matty Fine talking trash to Pete Daddy. Yeah, Matty, talk your talk. Oh, almost causing disqualification right there. Oh no, Cruz, back up, man.
As Roberto Cruz.
Oh yeah, give him another one.
Getting in the face of Matty Fine. But Ms. Gray's going after Matty Fine, and now both the ladies are on the outside fighting.
It's a cat fight right now, and the inside and outside of the ring. Oh, low blow from Pete Daddy Dollar, no! As Cruz slides in the chair.
A face buster on Tiger with referee RD.
Oh!
Distracted. Pin attempt, 1,
Not like this.
2, 3.
Not like this!
All of the shenanigans from Midnight Vice came to life and came to the light here as Dollar gets the victory over Tiger.
And notice Matty is clutching that previously injured arm after Serena sent her into that beam. Someone's gonna have to check on Matty as Cruz is doing a disrespectful dance over the fallen body of Matty Fine. Red Tiger obviously disappointed. This is not a true victory to me.
I mean, money talks, and clearly the money was well spent on Ms. Gray and Roberto Cruz at ringside for Pete Daddy Dollar and Midnight Vice.
Like I say, he can never get the job done cleanly. We were talking about professionalism earlier. I knew it was only a matter of time before we seen dastardly tactics from Midnight Vice.
Well, Tiger's checking on the wrist and the arm of Matty Vine, and they're going to get help to the back. Super Shogun continues, but Dan, I have a little business I have to do in the ring, if you will excuse me.
Okay, well, as we see what Peapod's getting ready to announce for us, I'm curious.
I'm CJ Owen, and you are you, and we will see you next time. Oh. Ashton. Yes. How are you? Oh, good. I'm glad it all fits. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Well, I am very excited to be in your corner coming up in April. New look, new feel. You're going to look like $1 million. You're going to feel good. You're going to wrestle well. And speaking of wrestling well, I got something for you. I did. I had a sit down and a couple of drinks with CEO James Dillinger. I got it. We got it. We got your match against John Paul. After he embarrassed you back in December, we will finally get an opportunity for you to get a proper win against John Paul. Well, okay, well, I'm going to be honest here. I did have a few drinks, and, well, I think the match got turned around on us a little bit. It's not a one-on-one. It's a tag match. Yeah, you're going to be tagging with Steven Lyrics of the Symphony of Destruction. Yeah, Jean Paul has his partner too. It's Brandon Day. Okay, hey. Listen. I'm going to make this loud and clear. We do not need to make Brandon Day an enemy here. Okay, we all saw at Samurai Series, the man became unchained, unhinged, and he took out 4 people. And he eliminated everybody of his opponents in that match. We don't need to make an enemy of Brandon Day. The moment you have to fight Brandon Day in that match, you tag yourself out. We'll throw Steven Lyrics to the dogs. I don't care. All right, my money, my time, my investment is with you. So the moment you get your licks in against John Paul, and by any means necessary against John Paul, I need you to take him out. You want to be serious here? You want to be serious here in 2026? What did I say to you? The devil's in the details. Now we're going to make this happen. Yeah. I'll see you in April.
See you in April.
Super Shogun continues here in West Branch. How are we feeling so far, ladies and gentlemen? Now, it's not every day that I come off the desk and talk to you people, but I have to have something to say. I have been in professional wrestling now for 5 years. I have seen so much at that desk, and I've seen men and women that have impressed me, but there is one young man that I have had my eye on since I stepped foot here in Shogun. And starting last month, I made my intentions known that Peapod comes off that table and helps a young man succeed in Shogun, because CJ Owen will make things happen. And tonight is the debut, the re-establishment of a young man in tag team action. So, Chase, I'm sorry, I'm going to take your job for this next match. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a tag team match. Team number 1 is my investment, my man, the devil's in the details. Ladies and gentlemen, a reintroduction to Mr. Ashton Parker.
Very interesting from Peapod, or CJ Owen, I guess he's calling himself now. I can't wait for him to get back to the table because I'm curious about this partnership. As we await the arrival of one
And his tag team partner joining him. It's the Symphony of Destruction's own Steven Lyrics.
And this is almost a completely different look for Ashton Parker. Last time we seen him long hair. Now he's fresh cut in a suit. I'm confused. I'm very confused as to what's going on right now. I don't know if I like what I'm seeing. I don't really like the cut of Ashton Parker's jib. We've seen him in the Tatakai tournament. He turned on his partner Chico Amante. He was in Pete Daddy Dolla's team last month at Samurai Series. Like I said, I'm just curious to see what this partnership is like between Peapod and Ashton Parker.
And their opponents. He is the mastermind himself, Sean Paul, and his tag team partner, the Unchained King, Brandon Day.
And I like to call this team Team Soul Survivor because both these men were the only two to be Soul Survivors last month at Samurai Series. But the biggest question, especially for Brandon Day, is that even him? We seen last month, he said you can take control now to whoever he's been talking to, whoever's been in his head for this past couple months. And he cleared house, put up the most eliminations in Samurai Series. As my commentary partner, Peapod, is getting ready to join me back on the commentary table. And again, Brandon, he didn't look too pleased that he teamed up with Jean Paul. Peapod's getting ready to get himself together. I'm curious, Peapod, now that you're back here, what's up with you and Ashton there? What's going on?
I have told everybody that Super Shogun is the place to be in 2026. And I think that Ashton Parker has been an afterthought, but I feel like this kid has potential. We have worked very hard in the last month or so, ever since he decided to use my services correctly, use my knowledge, and help to establish him here in Shogun, because he wants respect, money, matches, and best of all, the titles. And I think Ashton Parker has all the tools he needs. He just needs focus. And tonight is a reestablishment of that focus.
Well, I'll tell you one thing you got going for him. They say if you want to be a champion, you have to dress like a champion.
And rightly and smartly, I told him, we do not have beef with Brandon Day. Because guess what? We all saw what happened last month.
Oh, yeah.
We all saw that Brandon Day, just some kind of entity, came into Brandon Day and destroyed everybody on the opposition team of Team Jacob Braun, and he eliminated all of them all in a one fell swoop.
And he eliminated a very tough opponent. The Den, the great AKUMA, Jacob Braun.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And here's the thing, I had some few drinks with Mr. James Dillinger, our illustrious CEO, and that man drinks like a fish, I swear. And here's the thing though, pin attempt by Day. This match was supposed to be a one-on-one. We wanted to get Ashton Parker reestablished here on the totem pole, and we wanted him to take on Jean Paul and get revenge back from his embarrassing tactic that Jean Paul did back in December. Yeah, Ashton Parker won, but he was a joke. We are now reestablishing young Mr. Parker, but Brandon Day with a very impressive shoulder tackle there on Lyrics.
I was going to say, that shoulder tackle was no joke from Brandon Day. And I got to say, this is a very interesting team between Jean Paul and Brandon Day.
I mean, you talk about two men that have nothing in common. It's Brandon Day and Jean Paul. Brandon Day is the professional wrestler's professional wrestler. And Jean Paul is Jean Paul.
Is the greatest mime to ever exist. But the biggest thing, we say there's no chemistry there and all that. We don't know if that's Brandon Day. Honestly, we don't know. So they could be clicking.
Well, the entity that is known as Brandon Day currently right now is in the ring with Steven Lyrics. And this is the strategy. We do not have beef with Brandon Day. We have no issues with Brandon Day. Our issues is with Jean Paul, and that's why Ashton Parker is smart in not getting involved in this right now.
I'll tell you what, Steven Lyrics is not smart. Why in good God's name would you do a test of strength with Brandon Day?
That's exactly why.
That's exactly why you don't. Almost breaking his wrist. I wouldn't blame him from tapped out right here, right now. And I gotta tell you, Peapod, I don't like the fact that you have beef with Jean Paul. I mean, this man, did you see what he did last month in that Samurai Series?
You didn't hear him when he almost cost us the YouTube channel and our sponsorships while he was on the microphone. He is an unprofessional wrestler, and we are professionals here in Shogun.
Hey, look, you call it unprofessional. I just call it passionate. Just how passionate Brandon Day is with every one of those boots to Steven Lyrics.
Brandon Day is the prime example of what to be as a professional wrestler. Bar none. This man has been impressive. He's in the gym constantly. He is currently crafting his own style of wrestling, mixing martial arts with professional wrestling. Knows for those submission holds. He knows what to do inside of that squared circle, and his chest is like granite as Steven Lyrics has tried to chop it down.
And Steven Lyrics just realized his mistake. I think he wants out of there. If I'm getting Ashton in here. I'm tired of this.
No.
Oh, yes! Look at right to the chest of Steven Lyrics. And why are you clapping for this, Peapod?
Because it's not my man. It's not my man. Not our problem. Not our problem.
It is your problem if your team loses here tonight. What does that do for the momentum? You said you want to get them on the right track. If they lose here tonight, how is that getting them on the right track?
Look, I didn't want this match. I wanted a one-on-one with Jean Paul. CEO James Dillinger.
And eyes in the front and back of his head. He's seen Ashton try to get in there to break up the pin.
Ashton's going to try to give me more grays in my beard than they already are. I swear to God, sometimes this child.
I mean, you have to wonder if he can get the victory here tonight, especially if he pins Brandon Day, how much that does for him.
I mean, that would be a heck of a win for us. But this is our real target. An attempt by Jean Paul.
Oh, and the crowd's starting to yell for Jean Paul. I don't care what you say, Peapod. I like this guy.
The fun and games have already ran its course with Jean Paul in my book. And I know Ashton Parker wants to get his licks in.
All right, now Steven Lyrics is getting some licks put on him. Giving him a good job. Jean Paul with the mime games as always.
I mean, Steven Lyrics, this is what we wanted to do. I mean, the investment, the time, the energy is in Ashton Parker. It is not with Steven Lyrics. We have no beef with the Symphony of Destruction. We have no beef with Brandon Day. We want Jean Paul and only Jean Paul.
Well, if you want Jean Paul, Stephen Lyrics is going to have to get a tag in right now.
Stephen Lyrics is just going back and forth like a ping pong. This is exactly why. This is why we have a problem with Jean Paul.
Because he's using his head. He's getting Stephen Lyrics to keep running back and forth.
This is a disgrace. This is professional wrestling.
What is Stephen Lyrics? What did he just throw? Oh, you do not take a mime's tools. And he's fighting that out right now. And if you got kids watching right now, cover your ears.
See, I told you. The man is a menace.
Hey, he's from France. He's French. He's passionate. Oh, what did he just pull out? Is that a sword? Are we having a sword fight?
Apparently, we're having a sword fight in the middle of professional wrestling. Why am I getting sucked into this?
Why? Because this is what. Are you not entertained, Peapod? Come on now, back and forth. This is the best test of strength I've ever seen. Come on, Jean Paul. He's not that strong.
There we go. Get it.
Oh,
forcing the double team on the swords.
Get in there, Brandon.
Jean Paul, and Brandon Day is just confused as all hell.
He has faith in Jean Paul. He said he's a fellow soul survivor. He can get this. Yeah, let's go. Beautiful teamwork from Jean Paul and Brandon Day. Oh, and here comes ASHTON now.
There we go. There you go, big boy. Double back suplex there from Parker and Lyrics.
Beautiful teamwork. And I'm not going to lie, from ASHTON's history from tag partners, he'd be the last person I'd want to be on a team with. We've seen him turn on Chico. And you're making it very abundantly clear he does not care about Stephen Lyrics.
Again, the thing with Chico, that was before me. This is me now, and this is the exact direction we want. We don't have a beef with Brandon Day, and now Stephen Lyrics is playing his part here, much like any orchestra would. He has his solo. Now it's time for ours.
Well, you're finally getting your wish, because I believe this is the first time we've seen ASHTON in this match, and he's going against Jean Paul. These are just 30 seconds. You can tell him this. Is this what you taught him? Is this what you're teaching him, Peapod?
Anything was possible. I said any means necessary. It may not be the dirtiest way nor the cleanest way to do it, but this is the way we wanted it. We want Jean Paul out of the equation here.
Right now, ASHTON. Oh, you saw? Hey, he's throwing some jabs at Brandon Day. You better go talk to your guy.
Ashton Parker is doing what exactly we needed to do. By any means necessary.
You said you didn't want him to start no beef with Brandon Day. I
Yes.
think he's doing just that.
But at the same time, we getting more licks on the mime.
Oh yeah, but the mime is getting his licks back. Come on, Jean Paul. Give him another one. Oh, come on now. Peapod is up to his feet right now. Getting a little overexcited there, aren't you?
My man needs to get this, establish a victory, establish the line in the sand here for someone like Jean Paul.
And I will give ASHTON credit. This match has been mostly Brandon and Jean Paul, but ever since he tagged in, he was able to get the control back to their side.
Stephen Lyrics knows his part. We know what's going on, and we want to make sure that Jean Paul doesn't get any more offense in this match. We want Brandon Day to stay where he is at. Brandon Day is an unchained individual. He has demons inside of his head. We've mentioned it before that Brandon Day, his battles are within his own head. But Jean Paul is trying to move it around, and now a pulling of the tights there. See, I told you.
I think you need to get your prescription checked, Peapod. I didn't see no pulling of the tights.
Oh! Ashton Parker with a beautiful neck breaker there. Pin attempt. 1, 2.
Big kick out from Jean Paul, showing that Soul Survivor energy. And you can't deny what he did last month at Samurai Series, Peapod. He went off.
He did. He gained the victory for his team in the Samurai Series. He was the winner of Team Tiger. He was the sole survivor of Team Tiger.
You want to talk about Jean Paul pulling on the tights. What about your guy choking him on the rope? That's not legal.
It's not. But again, all of the damage on someone like on Jean Paul is effective nonetheless. Again, I may not personally agree by all of these things, but also at the same time, the mission was clear. We want to get rid of Jean Paul. And we are here to make statements, and we are making a statement here tonight.
That's technically tag. Yeah, Brandon, get rid of this. I'm not gonna lie, Peapod, I liked you better when you were a little bit more impartial.
I can still be that, but again, we want what we want, and I want this young man to be successful.
And I want John Paul to hit another hip toss. Ashton in the wrong corner. It looked like he tried to go tag. Brandon, Stephen Lyrics can't believe what he's seeing. He better get his stuff together. As John Paul is a long way from Brandon Day. But Stephen Lyrics, pulling off Brandon Day.
And smart. And a sit-out spine buster.
Come on, John. Yeah, let's go. Big kick out.
Impressive spine buster by Parker, but not enough to get the job done.
Close but no cigar, and Brandon Day wants in this match, and he wants in this match now. Beautiful forearm from Ashton Parker.
Forearms on Parker on John Paul.
Nods of approval from Peapod, but big up and over from John Paul as he's spinning Ashton Parker inside out, taking him down with that clothesline, and this is the separation he needed. Brandon Day getting fired up. You're a little speechless right now, Peapod. What's going through your mind?
I mean, I hate to admit how well that clothesline was to take out Parker from John Paul, but I still don't like the mastermind.
I'm telling you, you better hop on the hype train. The mime train, because he's taking 2026 by storm. This is my guy.
And my guy is Ashton Parker, Dan, and I know that Parker wants to get his win over Jean Paul in a proper fashion.
So fingertip length away from Brandon Day. And is Brandon pulling back? Oh no! Yeah! Beautiful teamwork using the rope, using the strength.
That is an illegal maneuver, referee. What is going on?
Hey, Ashton and Steven have been cheating all night, and here comes your worst nightmare, Peapod. Brandon Day and Ashton in the ring, one-on-one. Yeah, there we go.
God.
Taking him down, each clothesline. Stephen Lyrics, you should have stayed out the way, son.
Brandon Day is just an animal inside of that ring, unfortunately, and God, these splashes here and uppercuts by Brandon Day like a locomotive.
Whether that's Brandon Day or the entity, that's a dangerous man either way you look at it. Now Ashton Parker making a mistake right there.
Nothing like suplex there, pin attempt, and only a 2-count. Lyrics in the right place in the right time, thank goodness.
This tag team match is just picked up. Brandon Day has just changed the whole pace of this matchup. Sending Stephen Lyrics off the rope. There's that beautiful power slam.
Picture perfect. Oh, body slam, and now Ashton Parker knew what he had to do.
This is big.
See, this is what I've been teaching him. I told him that he needed to focus. Eye of the hurricane here.
You were telling me the whole match he needs to stay away from Brandon. Oh, let's go, John Paul.
John Paul breaks up a potential double suplex, but Stephen Lyrics with a set-out face buster on John Paul.
Planting him like a tree. And now it's almost a stalemate between both teams. I don't even know who's the legal competitor anymore.
I want to say it's Brandon Day still.
Oh, and John Paul putting a wall up, stopping wherever Stephen Lyrics was planning. And again, mime games. Everybody falls for it. You don't have to like it, Peapod, but you have to respect it. Oh, you have to respect that decapitating clothesline from Brandon Day.
That man just loosened up some teeth there on Lyrics.
Now your boy's in a bad position.
He sure is.
Letting John Paul.
God, get out of this.
6-1 mime. Let's go, baby. Tune it up.
And there's a test mission. Get out of it. Tap out. Tap out. Tap out. Get out of there. Get out of there, kid.
Wow. And Peapod definitely not happy about that one, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Wednesday, and John Paul and CESAR.
I needed to get Ashton Parker out of there and out of there quick. Look, we didn't have any beef with Brandon Day. Our beef is still not with Brandon Day. And I told him that if anything would happen, he needed to get out of there quick. And that's what he did. He survived Brandon Day.
You say he survived. He's the one who just tapped out to Brandon Day. He lost the match.
And most people get knocked out by Brandon Day.
Hey, I'll tell you what, he did look very impressive in that match. I'll give it to Ashton Parker. Whatever you're telling him, it's starting to seem like it's working, but it didn't work tonight as John Paul and Brandon Day get the victory.
We fight another day. We fight another day as Brandon Day, always being very impressive here in Super Shogun, but John Paul, being a pain in the arse, still got a victory here, thanks to the Unchained King.
Very unorthodox team, but a very well put together team. Gelling together. Hey, I gotta say, I wanna see them team again.
Super Shogun continues here in West Branch, Michigan. Keep your eye out on social media on what's coming up next.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of what's coming up next, we probably got one of the heaviest hitting fights we're gonna see all night.
No, that's fine.
Peapod.
No. When you speak with me, it's CJ Owen. This is Ashton Parker. And the thing about this is, I've spent my life chasing things that have only brought me pain. And in the end, when I'm dead, I hope it was worth for something. Because tonight was the start of something beautiful here. Ashton Parker didn't win tonight, but Ashton Parker not only survived someone like Brandon Day, and best of all, what we did tonight is got people talking. Because when people start talking, people start listening. And Ashton Parker is now the person they're talking about. Because now Ashton Parker is focused. Ashton Parker knows what he needs to do to get the money, the respect, the matches, the titles here in Shogun. Because I've said it time and time again, that Super Shogun is the place to be in professional wrestling. The devil is in the details, folks. And Ashton Parker and CJ Owen have enough details to be dangerous.
What's up, everybody? Dirt Sheet Dan here with Old School Rick CAURDIEA. First of all, thank you for your time here tonight.
No problem.
Your opponent is none other than the great AKUMA. Obviously a very tough opponent. I want to know, what's your strategy going against somebody so dastardly?
When it comes to the great AKUMA, we're actually quite similar. We both are obviously practitioners of Japanese-style professional wrestling. So what's going to be the difference? What separates a demon like the great AKUMA and the plus-size Terminator? Like that right there. It's pure power. Our movesets could be similar, our mindsets can be similar, but he can't throw me around, and I'm going to enjoy throwing his weight around.
Well, good luck to you tonight, and thank you again for your time.
Two men that are definitely the yin and the yang here in Shogun.
And you hear the crowd foul.
From the land of the rising sun, the forbidden warrior, he is the great AKUMA.
The great AKUMA is the dark side of Shogun. The great AKUMA is all of the world's evil embodiments into one entity.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you one thing, Peapod. This is another match, another singles match, a couple months in the making. We've seen CAURDIEA and AKUMA team up in the Tatakai tournament. Not, much chemistry there, but they were able to get the victory. And then last month we seen they were on opposite sides in Samurai Series. AKUMA obviously part of Team Braun, Cartier a part of Team Brandon Day.
When we speak about the King's Road style of professional wrestling, some of the greats in Japan have established in the 80s and 90s of professional wrestling, really carved the way of a hard-hitting determination style.
Weighing in at 300 pounds, walking the way of King's Road, the tsunami of power, the plus-size Terminator,
And Rick Cartier embodies all of that and so much more. And like I said, the yin and yang of professional wrestling in Super Shogun, of that King's Road style embodiment of these two entities. And what's really funny, as we mentioned in the Tatakai tournament, these two seem to have a strange chemistry because of the similar styles of professional wrestling they have embodied.
And yin and yang is a perfect metaphor because AKUMA is everything disrespectful about strong style. Cartier is everything respectful about strong style. He's always trying to do handshakes, making sure their opponent is good. And here's AKUMA. Oh, I thought he was about to attack Cartier. I wouldn't be surprised.
Cartier knows so much about professional wrestling. You'll have to wake up pretty early to try to get one over on the plus-size Terminator.
And I actually was able to get a word with Rick before this matchup. I asked him about the similarities. I was curious, and he said the one thing he has over AKUMA is the power. And that's definitely a fact. He can outpower AKUMA here tonight. We get ready for this strong style matchup. My money's on Cartier. What about you, Peapod?
I mean, I'm going to call this 50-50 because it could be either one of these individuals. Both of these people have been pillars here in Shogun, and we have spoken about it time and time again that Rick Cartier is the gatekeeper here in Shogun for a reason. You do not make a name for yourself in Shogun without taking a match one-on-one with Rick Cartier.
I think the most shocking thing to me every time. Oh wait! Oh no! And there was those dirty tactics by AKUMA. I was gonna mention a little bit later, but he beat me to it, always using some sort of tactics to cheat to get a one-up on his opponents.
The savviness of the great AKUMA, it has to be studied because the mind games, and I say mind games, of great AKUMA has been shown time and time again how successful he has been.
All the tactics in the book, from the mist to weapons to attacking his opponents before and after the match. AKUMA will go at any length to try to get the victory.
But the strength of Rick Cartier really is the biggest plus in Cartier's arsenal. Yeah. But it's also not only the power, but the determination. Beautiful fisherman suplex. He hooks that leg and tosses him over his head.
This match is already hard-hitting, and I'm loving it. We're in for a treat with this one.
I mean, Rick Cartier and great AKUMA. When we saw this match being announced, we know it was not going to be pretty, but it was going to be impactful. As Rick Cartier really showcasing what he is all about. And again, Rick Cartier may have not had the best record so far in 2026. He may not have the titles or the respect, but all he has, though, is memorable moments here in Shogun. And I feel like the fans here in Dragon's Den Productions and the fans across the world see someone like Rick Cartier and knows how much respect he has done for this business.
Oh yeah, and even though he has not won a title here yet in Shogun, to me it's not a matter of if, but when we will see it. This man has been grinding tough opponents after tough opponents. They don't call him the gatekeeper for any reason.
I mean, the battles time in and time out. Not only that, but he has the determination, he has the endurance, but he also knows how to get down and dirty. We saw multiple times hardcore matches involving Rick Cartier.
Oh no! And that power game for Cartier can be taken out of play right now. Knees straight to those steel steps.
Again, it's the slyness of great AKUMA coming into play here.
And the last thing you want in a match with great AKUMA is to have an injury. Is that not a disqualification? Come on.
Referee's discretion, but it is also a 20 count on the floor, but disqualification, chair weapons usage on the floor is technically still legal here in Shogun.
Bouncing CAURDIEA's head off that steel step like it's a basketball. And we've seen this with AKUMA time and time again. We've seen him have a couple matches with Brandon Day where he attacked the injured ribs. Now he has a target on CAURDIEA's knee. And this is good for AKUMA. Like you said, you take out that power. You can't lift me, you can't throw me, you can't do any of those things that make you the plus-size Terminator if your knee gives out. Things are looking a little eerie for CAURDIEA. He had the clear advantage starting off, but now things have turned the way of the great AKUMA. And look at him just celebrating all this work. And he knows he has the time. He sees the damage done to the knee. Stomping away. Dragging CAURDIEA into the middle of the ring. And that's tremendous strength from AKUMA. Dissecting CAURDIEA.
AKUMA doing what he does best and figuring out where the best place to exploit and continue to exploit.
When your opponent has the size advantage, like again, the smartest thing is to take out the lower body, the knees. CAURDIEA trying to fight back now. Ooh, vicious slap!
Jeez, you heard that reverberate here in the venue.
Dropping down to that knee again, in so much pain. I don't know what AKUMA was setting up for there, but CAURDIEA was having none of it. Just brawling back and forth. Oh, kick to the knee. Scrape to the eyes. Oh, what clothesline from CAURDIEA, cutting him in half.
Massive clothesline by the plus-size Terminator and a leg drop.
You have to question the leg drop with the injury to the knee.
An attempt, 1, 2. I mean, you're right, Dan, that is not the best strategy, but here, if we talk about the endurance, if we talk about the King's Road style, we talk about pushing through preservation, and that's what CAURDIEA is trying to do right now. But AKUMA knows how much that can take a toll on your body to fight through injuries and act like it is fine.
And I wonder how much respect is between these two men in this matchup. Obviously, like you said, similar styles! And the crowd falls silent as that could be a torn meniscus, torn ACL, anything for CAURDIEA.
The Dragon Screw here, the Dragon's Den Productions, very impressive by the great AKUMA.
But the gatekeeper waving off RD saying, I'm fine, keep the match going, and that's just the heart of CAURDIEA.
That's exactly right. The heart of professional wrestling, the heart of the King's Road style, that's what Rick CAURDIEA has, and sometimes it could be labeled as foolish, but if anything, he can still survive. He has survived so much worse and still standing as AKUMA walking the ropes.
Perfectly zen. Oh, but CAURDIEA cutting that off! There we go, sending him almost out of the ring.
Saito suplex there by CAURDIEA.
Plus size Terminator with a plus size suplex. Running in, but not much power. You see him limping, but enough. At least to stun AKUMA for now.
I think Rick CAURDIEA is gonna show a little bit of cheek action there. A hip attack into the chest, into the diaphragm of AKUMA.
But of course, moving the step slower because of that knee. And it's costing him right there, leg sweep. And you know that was effective because he targeted the injured knee.
AKUMA continues fighting and getting his licks in. He smells blood in the water. And now AKUMA's going on the outside.
And it amazes me how AKUMA's always able to find a single target in every one of his opponents.
It's also amazing that AKUMA can find a weapon.
Oh, that spinning back fist was amazing!
But the spinning back fist from Rick CAURDIEA, and I don't think this is a good idea.
Oh!
That's the miss.
It was a great idea! No!
Stand in the eyes. Small package roll up. 1, 2, 3.
If it's not one thing, it's the next. AKUMA with a bag of tricks, as always.
Professionalism bleeds through the heart of RONIN, but AKUMA doesn't have a heart. He has a black hole that pumps sludge through his veins, and that is why he can dig in deep and pull off those tricks to gain the victory of great AKUMA.
Somebody's gonna have to put a stop to whoever kind of entity AKUMA is, because this is bad. Look at CAURDIEA. We need some medical attention on his knee, because he looks in severe pain.
As AKUMA now looking like he's going after the knee.
Come on now! Enough is enough! The match is over! You already won, AKUMA! Come on, man! And I asked if there was any respect between these men earlier. I think I just got my question answered.
I think so too. AKUMA has no respect for anything or anybody. And great AKUMA stands tall, and once again, the demon of Shogun lives on.
They're sore winners, sore losers and sore winners. AKUMA definitely can be a bit of both sometimes.
CAURDIEA has to go and make sure he is okay, and we'll get an update on him later on. But CAURDIEA, always impressive here in Super Shogun as he sticks that finger up, pointing to the sky, telling everybody that he will be all right. Super Shogun continues. Tell your friends, share around, subscribe today, and we will see you very soon. Come here to the Dragon's Den. We got some more stuff coming up here in Super Shogun.
Ooey hooey Louie, Camden. That is thanks, dog. Super Shogun, it is your Ronin champion, Saucy Josh Morris, and I'll be defending this beautiful championship katana April 11th when I step in the ring with the former oh-so-delicious, now oh-so-despicable Camden Francis, a man who feels justified in his actions, turning on his bestie boo, the Cake Monster, for, psychological reasons, and a man who feels all big and burly like a honey glazed ham just because he got a win over me in the Samurai series. Sure, you did. I'll call a spade, but what you're failing to mention is you rolled me up and pulled my tights all sneaky like. So you walking around saying that you are masterful and dominant is just ass. And 9. You are not oh so despicable, you are oh so delusional. And I'm gonna prove that April 11th when I knock you pillar to post, slice you in half with my championship katana, glue you back together, and slice you in half again, retaining the Ronin championship. You may think that standing on your own is the right way to go, but brother, you ain't ready for the Ronin champion. I'll see you there, squirt. Peace!
Super Shogun returns, and from this point on, it is all title matches. Dirt Sheet Dan, Peapod, CJ Owen, whatever you call us. Don't call us late for great pro wrestling or a great meal. We are here at the Dragon's Den Productions here in West Branch, Michigan. And our first of 3 title matches is happening moments away.
And our first of 3, and speaking of first, this is the first event for Saucy Josh Morris in his second reign as the Ronin champion. And here comes the oh-so-despicable, oh-so-disgusting Camden Francis.
Camden Francis made a statement at the end of Love You to Death when he decided to basically take out his longtime partner in Oh So Delicious and the Cake Monster. Camden Francis is now more determined and more angry and more focused than ever. He led a team of 4 other individuals and became victorious in the Samurai series last month.
If you want to call that leading, he hit pretty much the entire matchup and only picked his spots to get easy eliminations. That's not a true leader to me.
No, I'm saying as a leader, as in the man who would captain his team. But he did roll up this gentleman, pulling the tights. And now the first defense of the second reign of the saucy Ronin champion. Mr. Josh Morris is back here in Super Shogun.
Oh yeah, the sauce is here. The Ronin champion is here. Staring down Camden Francis. I don't think Josh is too worried about this one.
The other momentous event that happened at Love You to Death back in February was that man surviving a 30-minute Iron Man match against Eric Surge and became victorious, becoming a two-time RONIN champion. We'll send it back to the ring for the official announcement of our first of 3 title matches here at Super Shogun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Super Shogun Wrestling RONIN Championship match. Yeah. In the corner to my right, from the Hoosier State, weighing in at 222 pounds, we have the oh-so-despicable CAMDEN Francis.
Who this man?
Sausalito, California, weighing in at 3,200 ounces of saucy sauce. He is your Super Shogun RONIN champion,
That's a lot of sauce from our RONIN champion right there.
How many ounces was that?
Too many for me to count. I don't even remember.
The point is, Josh Morris is always a charismatic force here in Shogun, but now he has proven time and time again that he is one man that to not be messed with. As we see here, the RONIN Championship Katana.
Held up high and powered by ASHTON. That's the largest championship in the history of Shogun.
Here at Super Shogun, if this is the first time you're watching us, we do not have your traditional championship titles. We have championship katanas. And the RONIN katana really has been embodiment of the wrestler that holds it. That is almost the blueprint of what Shogun needs to be here in professional wrestling.
Oh yeah, that's exactly why Josh is going to pick up the victory here tonight, because CAMDEN Francis does not have the blueprint, especially ripping the hearts out, breaking up Oh So Delicious.
I mean, Oh So Delicious was such a fan favorite here, time in and time out. And to see someone like CAMDEN Francis get so frustrated by the antics of the Cake Monster that while they were successful as a team, they had a pretty good couple of wins underneath their belt as a team while holding the titles, but became too much when they took on the Den at Love You to Death.
And that's what you get when you turn your back on the saucy Josh Morris. Every haymaker, I'm pretty sure he's dedicating to Cake Monster. And I'll tell you what, I will give CAMDEN Francis credit. Even though I don't like him, this aggressiveness has proven successful for him. One can argue, say, that's how Oso got the tag team titles to begin with. And it's exactly how he got this championship match here tonight against Josh.
Nice clothesline there, and a second one from the saucy samurai himself.
Some saucy clotheslines, if you will. Followed by a beautiful neck breaker. The saucy boy is on fire. Oh, but kick out at 1.
I mean, Josh Morris has really been showcasing, while he is very cocky and confident and loves to know how he is to everyone and constantly referencing different condiments in his moveset. He has been a very impressive force here in Shogun.
They don't call him saucy for any reason. Oh, but CAMDEN able to get out the way. Josh looks like he tweaked his knee a bit. Oh! And that's the opening CAMDEN needed to take down the RONIN champion.
Well, CAMDEN Francis, we saw that he became more and more frustrated and was tired of being almost a joke. But while at Samurai Slam, we saw Oh So Delicious win. Or succeed. No, they did win. They won the tag titles from SOS, a long-running establishment team here in Shogun, and they defended those tag titles a good couple of times before taking on the Den back in February, and it just became too much.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing going in Camden's advantage in this match. He's held gold here before in Shogun, so he knows what it takes to get the job done.
Yeah, but so has Josh Morris. I mean, this is his second reign as RONIN champion. Nice gut round suplex there, pin attempt.
Second reign could be over.
And only a 2 count. Josh Morris did not hold the RONIN championship for very long and was fighting an uphill battle against Eric Surge, but finally defeating Eric Surge in that monumental half-hour Iron Man match we saw in February.
That was one of the best matches I've got to see in person. I'm grateful for it.
Definitely a top 10 in Shogun in 2026, but if it was up to Camden Francis, this match might be the #1 if he can become the new RONIN champion.
And with Camden, I feel like he just has a chip on his shoulder. He was upset in the Tatakai tournament. His partner was Ryan Crow, and they played his music when he was the tag team champion. So I can see why he's been upset lately, but he didn't have to go to the lengths that he did.
Camden Francis showing more and more of that aggression, even yelling at referee R.D. Stone. But a saucy slap from Josh Morris.
Almost bursting an eardrum, it looked like.
He could have.
Oh, another slap! Slap him again! Give him another one.
I mean, you can bust an eardrum with those slaps and confuse and mess up your equilibrium every time you do a shot to the side of the head.
Camden just messed up Josh's shoulder by sending him into that post.
I mean, I gotta admit, I don't like this new style of Camden Francis, but I gotta respect the aggression and the focus that he is now having. Maybe he got too much, but I'm still thinking that you still could have been focused and still done right by the crowds here in Shogun with tape marks.
I agree with you, and I tell you what, I don't respect anything this man does, especially because he ruffled up my tie one time. I really do not like Camden Francis.
You do like your ties.
I love it. I tell you what, I don't like this chokehold he has on Josh. Come on, Josh, fight out of this!
Front chancery choke here. Using some kind of amateur wrestling background, doing a couple of gator rolls there, holding on.
That's a pretty good giveaway applied there. Oh, but Josh flipping the script. Yeah, let's go.
Turnabout is fair play as Josh Morris showcasing his amateur know-how.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That's the heart of a champion right there. But the strength of the challenger, deadlifting Josh off the mat, driving him into the corner.
Very impressive by Camden Francis, using that strength to his advantage against Josh Morris. Off the ropes, going for a running kick right in the temple there. Pin attempt. Very cocky cover by Camden Francis, and only a 2 count.
And you have to wonder what's going through Camden's mind. He's used to being a tag team competitor. I believe, this is his second singles match in total?
Camden Francis is, I believe he's had some singles before. He is mainly a tag team wrestler, but as we are seeing now, Camden Francis can focus as a singles competitor very well as he's holding his own against Josh Morris.
I definitely give him the power advantage. He's been tossing Josh around like he's a rag doll, throwing him into that corner.
Josh Morris is not a small-statured gentleman. He is a very tough individual. I mean, going 30 minutes for the likes of Eric Surge is quite impressive.
And able to get 4 victories at that. And I do not like this position for either men. Camden looking to go high risk, high reward. But Josh has other plans, able to slip through. Oh, strength of Josh! Blue Thunder Bomb! Both men down.
A saucy Blue Thunder Bomb is getting...
And Josh is feeling the sauce.
Getting the momentum on his side.
I will give Camden credit. He's had control of most of this match. Haymakers from Josh lighting up Camden, but Camden's still not falling. Oh, catching Josh mid-flight.
I don't know what Josh was trying to go for from there, but Camden Francis blocked it. And it's setting up Morris in the corner, setting me up here in the trio. Whoa, tying him up in the corner.
I don't like this position for Josh at all.
That's not good because it keeps your whole upper body exposed and also all the blood rushing to your head.
Josh trying to use his length, his core strength to perhaps pull him up. I think his leg's getting caught. They Camden around the world. Big drop kick to the face of Josh Morris. Camden yelling out for one more time. Could be calling the shot a little bit too early.
Running the bases here in West Branch and nobody home. Josh Morris using that core strength, as you mentioned, Dan, to get himself pulled up and turning around now and looking like he's going to be going for some sort of high maneuver.
His turn to go high risk, high reward, but Camden catches him up top. And back to a very precarious position for both men. I do not like when two men go up to the top like this. So much danger, anything can happen. You can fall to the outside. Hell, even a superplex can injure you really bad. As it's just a slugfest hockey fight on the top. Down goes Camden. Josh still to the top.
I think Josh Morris is going to try to go for that saucy frog splash that he put away Eric Surge with. Got all of it.
He got all of it, but can he capitalize? He got too much, not able to roll Camden over. He's struggling. And that's too much time pass. 1, 2. Oh, Camden kicks out.
2 count there from referee R.D. Stone as we continue our first of 3 title matches here tonight at Super Shogun.
One can argue if Josh didn't put so much impact on that splash, he probably could have made the cover and won this match and put this one away.
I know Josh Morris is still determined to prove that he is more than just a charismatic figure. He can back it up with all of his raps.
Yeah, there we go. He calls that the sauce trap, Peapod, and he has Camden trapped right now.
And it is dripping of sauce as Camden pulls now, and I think he's got the tights here. Pin attempt.
He definitely had the tights, but it was no match for Josh, able to kick out.
Shot to the midsection from Camden Francis.
After going through that war with Surge, Josh is running for all the dirty tactics.
Beautiful suplex error.
And another powerful kick out from our RONIN champion.
Camden Francis is getting more and more frustrated, which I feel like it's just fueling him more and more.
You think it's fueling him more and more? I think it's going to cause him to make a mistake.
Both could be potentially correct. We'll see and find out. Camden Francis on the attack. Try to go for a running drop kick. Nobody home.
I don't know. To me, it looked like he was going for a saucy cyst kick. There's that A1 T-bone suplex, but again, Camden kicked out.
2 count there from Josh Morris.
And as much as I don't like Camden, I have to give him credit where credit is due. He is kicking out of almost all of Josh's best maneuvers.
It's very impressive to see a once tag team wrestler do so well in singles competition. That is a rarity in professional wrestling.
As the champ has the challenger lined up, what is he planning? Big running. Oh, misses the boot.
Camden Francis using massive strength now with a power bomb by Camden Francis.
But his foot's on the ropes. RD, look. Yeah. Good job, RD.
Referee R.D. Stone definitely having some eagle eyes there and made sure that Camden Francis could not get a cheap victory over Josh Morris.
Camden's scrambling right now. He doesn't know what to do. He thought he had that one in the bag. Hey, don't blame RD, man. You're the one trying to cheat. Perhaps, look, we've seen him pull off this maneuver before. It's very ugly.
Snapmare takedown by Josh Morris.
Oh, there it is!
That saucy kick got all of it right into the jaw, made him knock him out. And it's enough for Josh Morris to be the victor.
And still, your RONIN champion.
The change in attitude of Camden Francis may have not been enough, but while still impressive, your winner and still your RONIN champion, the saucy RONIN champion, it is Josh Morris.
Oh yeah. First defense of the second reign in the books in the first of 3 title matches we have here tonight. What a way to kick off those title matches. Like I said, I don't like Camden, but I'll give him props. He fought hard in that match. He fought well, but at the end of the day, it was not enough as he's walking to the back dejected.
Josh Morris is very well liked here in Shogun, and it showcased why he should be taking a lot more serious note by everyone in the back. Who will be stepping up next to the saucy RONIN champion? We will have to find out in a future Super Shogun show.
Shogun has a question. What is pride to you? Is it something that you'll bleed for? Something that you'll scratch and claw for? Or is it something that you'll give all your energy for? Or is it something that you'll just give up and throw away at the bare sight and pressure of adversity? That's something that I'm waiting for Anthony TOATELE to answer. Well. What do we have here? Anthony TOATELE, you've been the holder of the heavyweight samurai championship for about going on 9 months, almost reaching a year. Unfortunately, that time is up. See, the Super Shogun Jackson is stomping his way down. See you soon. And April 11th, I'm gonna test your pride. I'm gonna test exactly how much you want it. See, what I do, I break people down every single time I step in the ring. With all my suplexes, all the pressure I have upon their body. You're gonna be broken down to dust, basically. All the suplexes I'm gonna give to your spine, your neck, hell, your entire frame is gonna be broken down, courtesy of the Suplex Shogun. And at the end of the night, when the dust settles, everything fades, I'm gonna be holding that heavyweight samurai championship above your head. And everybody is gonna properly chant, Shogun, 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 Shogun.
What's up, everybody? Dirt Sheet Dan here with the Super Shogun champion, Anthony TOATELE. First of all, thank you for being my guest here tonight. As you know, you're defending against Shogun Jackson. So I want to know what your thoughts on your opponent tonight.
Man, Shogun Jackson, he's no joke. But he also said some things that he's questioning my pride, he's questioning my championship reign. And I think he's forgetting who put Super Shogun on the map. And it definitely wasn't the Suplex Shogun, it was the Flowing Samoan.
That's true. And speaking of your title reign, I'm not sure if you know this, but you're actually tied with your rival Jacob Braun with the most title defense. If you're successful here tonight, you will have the most title defense in Shogun history. Is that way in your mind going into this?
The only thing I'm concerned about that is, I'm a history maker, so let's make it happen.
We'll see if you're successful tonight. Good luck, and thank you again for being my guest.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
We are going to continue here at Super Shogun with the top of the mountain, our Samurai Championship. The place and the title to be the head of Super Shogun. But speaking of a Shogun, the return of Shogun Jackson Stone. This man we have not seen in Super Shogun since the inaugural show more than 3 years ago.
I'll tell you what, P-Pod, I don't know too much about Shogun Jackson Stone, but I know he's a menacing, terrifying man. Oh, what is that? He's trying to take a little girl's popcorn. Disrespectful.
Jackson Stone, 11 years in this business, has been seen in places like TNA. He is a military man, but he is known as just an absolute beast who will suplex you out of your skin and bones. A massive individual, size, strength, speed. He is a walking bazooka. Shogun Jackson Stone returns to Super Shogun.
Yeah, definitely a worthy challenger for the biggest prize here in Shogun. Definitely going to be a good test for TOATELE here tonight. Speaking of TOATELE, this is actually a very big title defense for him.
Why is that?
As it currently stands, he is tied with Jacob Braun at 3 title defenses. If he wins here tonight, he will have the most defenses of the Shogun titles in the history of Super Shogun Wrestling.
And I'm sure that Jacob Braun is watching, being pissed off to see someone like Anthony TOATELE uprise his reign as champion.
Especially with the history between those two, there is no doubt about that. No doubt in question.
I'm gonna beat his ass right in front of you.
Whoa! Shogun Jackson Stone with some words for the crowd.
But we are about to see the absolute strongest, toughest, smartest, smoothest wrestler of them all here in Shogun. He is the Samurai champion. He is the place to be. He is the person to beat to be the top here in Super Shogun. Won that katana in the cage match against the bastard Jacob Braun back at Samurai Slam 3. And since then, Anthony TOATELE has defended that title against the likes of the Mighty Bojack, the plus-size Terminator Rick CAURDIEA, and ASHTON Adonis back in February, the most recent defense.
And just like our RONIN champion Josh Morris, this is TOATELE's second reign with the Shogun title. Second reign with so much on the line. And the crowd is not lying. We know who they're here for. We know who they want to win. And I gotta tell you what, Peapod, I agree with them.
We'll take it back to the ring for the official announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Super Shogun Wrestling Samurai Championship match. This match is scheduled for in this quarter, weighing in at 1 suplex metric ton from the 37th chamber of Detroit, Michigan, the Limited Warrior, the Suplex Shogun Jackson Stone! And in this corner, weighing in at 220 pounds, the reigning Samurai champion, the real Matai, Anthony TOATELE!
And you hear the contrast and the reactions for both men, and Shogun grabbing that title, and usually that's bad luck here in this business when you do not hold that championship until you actually won it.
Shogun is a little cocky. He's messing with fire, but also you gotta tell him that not do that.
Absolutely not. You say he is cocky. If you look at Shogun, he has every reason to be cocky. That man is menacing.
I mean, Anthony TOATELE took on the Mighty Bojack in his very first defense as champion, and while that was an impressive bout, I might think that the size and strength difference might be a little bit too much for someone like Anthony TOATELE, but again, we have been proven time and time again that Anthony TOATELE is a champion for a reason.
Oh yeah, I mean, you say this is actually kind of familiar territory for him. The most size difference or accurate he's had is ASHTON Adonis. That's the most similar weight height comparison that he's had in this ring. Like you said, Bojack, the plus size Terminator Rick CAURDIEA. TOATELE's used to this. He's prepared for this moment. Look, he wasn't even scared. He went right back into the headlock.
Very smart bind. TOATELE to try to wear down to Stone, and Stone just is shocked about someone that Anthony TOATELE is trying to put a headlock on that massive neck and head of Stone.
I was going to say, TOATELE may be smart, but sometimes smartness does not matter when your opponent is as strong and as tough as Jackson Stone.
I mean, I've seen Jackson Stone in places like TNA and Mega Wrestling and XICW, in and out of the Midwest and beyond. He is a very impressive force, but Anthony TOATELE is not someone to take lightly as he takes down the big man with a leg lock.
And I think that just threw Jackson Stone off his game. He was not expecting to be taken to the mat this early on in the match. Obviously very frustrated right now.
Well, Anthony TOATELE is one of those superstars here in Shogun who is a fighter of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style, that BJJ style, that your body becomes a human bear trap. You use the momentum of your opponent against them. It is not an offensive martial arts style. It's really a defensive martial arts style.
And some can argue, say this is a smart strategy by Shogun Jackson Stone, trying to stop the momentum early for TOATELE. Because as we see, as the match picks up pace, it favors TOATELE. Taking his time, getting back in the ring, using that 20 count to his advantage. And yet another stare down. Talk about a feeling out process as Stone backs our champion into the corner. Massive shoulder to the guts of TOATELE.
Every time Shogun does some of those shoulder tackles with an over the head, belly to belly.
Tossing TOATELE like he's nothing.
Every time Shogun seems to do one of those moves in the corner, I see the ring shake a little bit, makes me nervous.
That man's nothing but muscle.
Man is nothing but meat. And that is a Thanksgiving meal of meat.
Nothing but a monster again. Shoulder to the gut of Anthony TOATELE, and this is bad for our Shogun champion. And I will say it'd be pretty fair if Jackson Stone won this match. You're the Shogun champion and your name is Shogun.
Yeah, the samurai champion, yeah. I mean, being the name Shogun and being the face of Shogun, being the top champion of Shogun, being Shogun. How many more times did I say Shogun here tonight? Probably more, because Jackson Stone is getting, well, every time we mention Shogun, he's getting a clothesline here.
No, he's eating the clothesline here. And TOATELE's shocked. And now Stone's looking to flip the script, and he does. Stone like clotheslines from Jackson.
Stone like clotheslines. It's like cement bricks being thrown at you.
Dropping TOATELE almost all the way down. But TOATELE able to flip it once again. Fighting with everything he has. Mustering up the strength, mustering up the energy. You want to talk about somebody who represents Shogun, who is Shogun. That is the flowing Samoan, Anthony TOATELE.
Anthony TOATELE has been one of those day one guys here in Super Shogun, and there's been a reason for it.
Him and Jacob Braun, obviously the most two successful champions we've ever had here. Oh, TOATELE showing us exactly why using Shogun's size advantage against him. Now TOATELE's taking a breather, which he desperately used. Those clotheslines from Jackson. Oh, I said they were taking their effect, but that drop kick says otherwise.
I thought TOATELE was taking too much time on the outside talking to the crowd, but it really just gave him the confidence to go for that running drop kick.
And you can tell the experience Shogun Jackson Stone has, but you see he rolls all the way to the other side of the ring, creating more separation, which you definitely need.
A decade of experience is under the massive frame of Jackson Stone, and he knows what it needs to get done as he reverses the offense from TOATELE. And remember, it is a 20 count on the floor.
I will say this has been more of a brawl than I was expecting to see.
I mean, when you see somebody like Jackson Stone, you got to throw everything in the kitchen sink at him just to try to knock him down.
Yeah, to your point, he just ate that post like it was nothing, still standing on his feet. No ordinary man can do that. Oh! Slapping TOATELE with some popcorn. Very disrespectful.
And these fans here, the Dragon's Den production, getting up close and personal with the action.
But if Shogun wants to walk away with the title, he's going to have to get TOATELE back into the ring. He cannot win the title via countout.
That is absolutely correct, Dan.
And I will say our referee is giving them a lot of leniency, especially with the biggest title on the line.
And Shogun showing that experience to reset the count by rolling inside of the ring and then going back out.
TOATELE looking to fight back, but misses that Superman punch. Oh, right on the apron.
The apron of the ring where everything meets onto that metal frame of the wrestling ring. The self-proclaimed hardest part of the ring.
TOATELE is definitely showing why it's called that, just rolling around in agony in that ring. If he was having a hard time picking up Jackson before, he's definitely going to have a hard time now. Damage to that lower back.
Jackson Stone just now stepping on the hand of TOATELE there, just showing him no respect.
No respect, no mercy. Big strength though.
Just tossing TOATELE around like he's a sack of potatoes.
Oh my goodness.
Pin attempt by Stone.
Oh, but look at that powerful kick out from our defiant champion. There was a quick 2 count.
I have never seen anybody pick up and toss around TOATELE like Jackson Stone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm a little bit speechless right now. I've never seen TOATELE in this much peril. Screaming in pain, screaming no! Oh, big stomp to the hand.
I mean, that is definitely the Superman punch hand, the dominant hand of TOATELE.
Jackson Stone has his way tonight. TOATELE's gonna keep that record tied between him and Brody for defenses.
We might see a new champion here. Only a 2 count.
Now with the pin like that, it's going to take a lot more to keep TOATELE down. We've seen the wars this man has been in. He's dropping a big elbow though. Shogun doing a very good job keeping TOATELE down.
Well, when you're a man that size, you don't have to be flashy with your maneuvers, because all of the quote-unquote simple maneuvers, when you're a man of that size and frame, will become more and more impactful and impressive. And that splash would have been more impactful and impressive if TOATELE was still on the ground.
Oh. Now TOATELE trying to pick up some momentum. Massive kicks.
And now going for a choke. Getting on the back.
Very smart, putting so much body weight. The Shogun able to back him up.
Talk about body weight. Just got bodied there by Stone.
Oh, and planting Anthony TOATELE to the mat.
I think this is the closest that I've seen a potential new champion since TOATELE has taken and won the championship. I have seen it Shogun. I have not seen TOATELE in this tough a position right now.
One unorthodox chokehold from Stone and attacking Stone. And with each title defense, it gets harder and harder. As we can see right here, right now. Desperately trying to get out of this hold.
I mean, TOATELE, with that BJJ style, he knows how to get out of chokeholds.
Feeding off the energy of the crowd, fighting back, but you have to wonder if these strikes are doing any damage. And it looks like not, because Jackson Stone drops TOATELE once again.
Like a wall just slammed into.
Oh, but TOATELE firing back.
I think he got a punch there in the jaw. And now the flowing Samoan was trying to go for a Uranage slam of sorts. And there's another one, and I think that does it.
Oh yeah, dropping him. Oh, my kick out at 2 from Shogun Jackson Stone. I thought this one was over, Peapod.
That Superman punch of his Samoan ancestors and descendants and family likes to use, but was not enough to take down Shogun Stone.
Now TOATELE trying to feed off his adrenaline, feed off the crowd, looking for a third one, but no!
Jackson Stone goozled. TOATELE just, my God, tossed that man across the ring like it was nothing.
But now both men are down, not able to capitalize. And more damage has been done to Jackson Stone than what I realized, but that's what you expect from our champ, Anthony TOATELE. And the biggest question is who's going to get to their feet first? If someone gets to their feet first.
If is a better question here.
About halfway to our count.
We're at a 6 count, and neither man has gotten up until just now.
Almost at the exact same time, both men are up. Oh, and now is the slugfest portion of the matchup, back and forth. I honestly don't know who has the advantage.
Both men throwing out all these haymakers and elbows, and now a double spinning chop from Jackson Stone.
Oh,
high knee by TOATELE.
Another knee strike. I'm telling you, Peapod, he's flowing. He's Samoan, and he's got it going. Anthony TOATELE bringing this one back to life.
Anthony TOATELE with a massive German suplex, and it's a massive because of the massive frame of Jackson Stone. TOATELE is digging in deep, trying to get a third win here against Stone. High knees in the corner.
Rapid fire offense from the champ. Can he lift him up? He's trying his best.
All that damage to some of the extremities on TOATELE, and just too much crumpled from the weight of Stone there.
Lower back being targeted earlier. Shogun planted TOATELE on the hardest part of the ring. Taking effect now. As the straps come down, business is about to pick up.
Nothing good happens when someone takes the straps down. Usually spells the end.
Usually spells the end, but not if you're Anthony TOATELE, and not if you're defending your title. Picks him up, Samoan drop! He had the strength, he did it! But can he capitalize? Can he get the victory? No!
Smart by Stone to figure out where he was in the match, and he grabs the bottom rope.
And that decade plus of experience paying off, ring awareness from Jackson Stone. But TOATELE's not letting that throw him off his game. He's feeling it. He's feeling it.
TOATELE gonna go for a super kick here, caught by Stone.
Off the ropes. Oh, massive pounce!
Turned TOATELE inside out. This could spell the end of TOATELE's reign. Pin attempt.
No! And another big kick out from our Super Shogun Samurai champion.
And Stone showing visible signs of frustration.
What a match. They are tearing the roof down right now. Both men giving it their all. Also, no man with a clear advantage. This has been as back and forth as you can get.
I think Jackson Stone is going to try to put an end to TOATELE, but TOATELE answers back with a super kick.
He tried, but he failed.
Trying to eat some feet there with a series of super kicks and a spear from TOATELE.
The flowing Samoans flowing now.
I think he's calling for it. He's going to go for that running jawbreaker. That good night. Honolulu got all of it. Knocked Stone out. And that will do it.
What a victory. I talked to Anthony TOATELE before this matchup. He called himself a history maker, and he made history tonight. 4 title defenses in the book, making him technically the most successful samurai champion we've ever had here in Shogun.
Anthony TOATELE just possibly defeated the biggest challenger to date for that Samurai Championship.
Oh, he's asking for the microphone.
And the champ is asking for the microphone, and the champ gets what he wants.
And the sign of respect from Shogun Jackson Stone. Well earned. Yeah. What a match.
Ooh.
You'll love to see it.
Jackson Stone would love to see him return here to Super Shogun once more, and hopefully it won't be another couple of years before we see him again.
All right, give it up one more time for Shogun Jackson. I told you all from the very beginning, when I took that championship from Jacob Braun, I was going to be a fighting champion. I was going to defend this championship anytime, any place, right? So, in May, the RONIN Rumble, I can see it on the horizon. Everyone's been talking some mad trash in the back saying they're going to take this from me. Well, I got some bad news for you. You will never take this championship as long as I can do what I do in this ring. I'm not the real attack for no reason. I'm not the full sword for no reason. And I am the reigning and defending heavyweight samurai champion because I built this place. This is my house. This is my city. So if you want to take it, come try it.
Oh, strong words from our samurai champion.
The RONIN Rumble coming up May 9th right here at the Dragon's Den Productions. 30 individuals will be fighting for a shot at any of the champions, and if they know what's good for them, they are going to challenge for that man. But a man that has a guaranteed title match, or rather any match of their choosing, is CESAR ASHUR and the ONIKAGE Katana. But that will be on the line against an old rival in Benjamin Brody.
Oh yeah, this rivalry, it dates back almost a couple years. I was doing some research. Brody, he hasn't had that many matches here in Shogun, but he's only taken 2 L's, and both of those L's coming at the hands of the Den.
Long ago, in a distant land, me, CESAR ASHUR, the Dean of Mean, unleashed an unspeakable evil. But then, a foolish wrestler named Brody stepped forward to oppose me. You're good, I give you that. But I'm better than you, and you know it. And before the final blow was struck, I threw open a portal in time. Now the fool seeks to undo the past and undo the future that is the Dean of Mean. People been telling me my whole life how I should live. What defines me? I feel alive when I slam somebody in this mat. I feel alive when I feel the blood running out their face. And I gotta tell you, April 11th, I truly want to feel alive. That's right. And all you have to ask yourself is this, Brody. What's red, white, and dead all over? You.
You're so cold. Mama, no. Breathe. Mama. Okay. Shh, did you hear? Shh, did you hear? CESAR made a challenge. He is the ONIKAGE champion. And he made a challenge to Benjamin. What'd he do? What'd he do? What'd he do? What'd he do? He issued something. He wants to challenge you. I don't have your attention. April 11th. Caesar Asher. Your ONIKAGE championship will be mine, as you will be silenced by the silencing machine.
You were saying Caesar has a title shot at any given time at any championship.
He has a match of any type of his choosing at any time.
And that's an asterisk on that because he's defending that ONIKAGE title here tonight. So he could lose that opportunity.
But he's about to be taking on a man that has become more and more unhinged since losing the CEO position thanks to the board of directors here at Shogun and CEO James Dillinger. But that is Mad Dog Warren in the corner of Benjamin Brody there.
Oh yeah, the chemistry between these two and Brody is crazy. Bringing out a chair.
Well, the two men that have built Super Shogun from the ground up are right here as the Mad Dog making his presence known. And I'm sure it was from his idea to be in the corner of Benjamin Brody because we know when Caesar Asher is somewhere, we know the other half of the den will be with him.
Oh yeah, Bojack is definitely a threat in this match.
And this is not going to be pretty, especially when Brody comes with a barbed wire wrapped chair.
And I tell you what, Peapod, I'm a little scared because this match is going to be violent. Very violent. You got a crazy individual in Caesar Asher versus another crazy individual in Benjamin Brody. And what do you get when you add crazy and crazy? Insanity.
Well, coming out is one half of our Super Shogun Tag Team Champions. Not only has this man was one half of the inaugural champions, but back in February, won those titles back from Oh So Delicious. Caesar Asher is having a hell of a 2026. He had a hell of a second half of 2025, which started at the Samurai Slam 3, where he defeated 4 other individuals. Then, at the Graveyard Gauntlet, defeated 12 other individuals, become the ONIKAGE Katana holder. Here he comes, the Dean of Mean, Caesar Asher.
And not only did he pick up his second tag team title reign, he's technically a double champion, holding the ONIKAGE and tag team championship.
It's very interesting. We are seeing Caesar Asher solo.
For now, we don't know what the Den is planning. Caesar Asher, very disrespectful. Definitely not a fan favorite, I'll tell you that one. Proving my point, slapping something out of a kid's hand.
Caesar Asher He might be the dean of mean, but he's also lean and mean. Really have been stepping up his game, becoming an unstoppable force. This is not going to be a pretty match, ladies and gentlemen. CESAR ASHUR is picking up and defending that ONIKAGE katana.
And you know it's personal between these two. Look at the daggers BRODY is staring into CESAR right now.
I mean, throughout 2025, Benjamin BRODY, while CEO, did abuse his power and put the Den in very particular and interesting predicaments. The Den was a pain in the side of Benjamin BRODY. And now the title and that katana and what the power comes with it is on the line.
There's a very good chance we might see another. Oh yeah, especially with that interaction.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ONIKAGE Katana Championship match. We are gathered here in West Branch, Michigan at the Super Shogun Wrestling Arena to witness this main event that will be no holds barred. This match determines who will possess the ONIKAGE katana. In this corner, the challenger from Santa Fe, New Mexico, weighing at 200 pounds. He is the silencing machine, Benjamin BRODY! And in this corner, from Mount Rushmore, weighing at 250 pounds of pain, your ONIKAGE champion, the D of me, CESAR
Well, it was news to us that this match now became no holds barred, but I am not too surprised because of these two individuals and the CEO, James Dillinger, making things known. It is no secret that he does not like Benjamin BRODY, and I'm sure the hostile takeover of BRODY getting ousted as CEO was part of his idea.
As the main event is underway, and our CEO is definitely sipping on something, making this a no-holds-barred match. We said we're likely to see her murder tonight. I think that almost confirmed it.
No holds barred, anything goes. The only way to win is to knock out your opponent or pin them 1, 2, 3. No rope breaks, no rules, no countouts. Everything is legal.
And no love lost between these men. Some can argue, say, the Den is the reason. Oh no, and a low blow to kick this off! And we knew this wasn't going to start off technical. This is going to be a fight from start to finish. And as I was saying before CESAR started this one off very disrespectfully, some can argue, say, it's the Den's fault. Benjamin BRODY is no longer the CEO. Bojack beat Benjamin, which kicked him out of his position. And oh, speaking of CEOs,
you keep best behavior here, man.
I do my best.
You know how much I had to give this man to drink to get you on his good graces?
I'm not rational.
Mr. CEO, thank you.
I'm just here to make sure
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was nice having a couple of drinks with you earlier this month. Oh, you drink like fish, I swear to God, dude.
You don't gotta kiss up to this guy.
This is our boss, sir. Keep it under control.
Okay, since you're here, boss, I just gotta ask, what does that? Oh! Wait, receipt from Brody giving a low blow to Caesar. You walked in at the perfect time to see that.
Well,
seems a little underhanded.
Well, I mean, we noticed that you have made this match no holds barred, and I'm sure it's to no surprise that your dislike of Benjamin Brody.
Just like I could have fired the guy. I let him keep his job, did I not?
I mean, that is
He's
fair.
still employed.
He's still technically employed. He is no longer CEO, but he is an active roster member.
I'll give you credit where credit's due. You did give him a shot at the ONIKAGE title tonight, which you might regret, especially making this a no-holds-barred match. You're kind of playing into the wheelhouse of Benjamin Brody. You say you claim you know Benjamin so well. You know he thrives in matches like this.
Brody again flipping over Caesar onto all of those chairs.
The fall of Caesar onto those chairs, and Benjamin Brody able to take over.
I mean, Brody looks like he threw that shirt into a lawnmower that is being held up by hopes and dreams and bubblegum, I swear.
That's why it's the same shirt every time. Oh, choking Caesar out. How you liking this one, James? Not very well.
And the referee cannot do a thing because this is no holds barred. All of this is as legal as a headlock.
Like I said, this one's going to be a fight.
Oh, it's going to be a war, if anything. Yeah. As Caesar gets thrown into the corner by Brody.
That shirt's already starting to come off. Benjamin may have to buy a new shirt after this matchup.
I mean, do we know? We saw some of these videos on social media. He's like talking to somebody he is kidnapped. What was it, like an animal? Was it a person? What's going on in the mind of Brody is beyond me.
I don't know, and I don't want to find out.
Same.
But Caesar's finding out these educated hands from Benjamin Brody. Notice these two men didn't even grapple. Like I said, it's been slugs, weapon shots. Big back body drops!
Big back body drop from Big Bad Brody.
Caesar rolling out of the ring right now. You're a little speechless right now, James. Not going the way you thought, huh?
I'm not happy about it, I can say that.
Yeah, you can tell.
It's Benjamin Brody.
Mad Dog better mind his own damn business.
I'm very interested why the Mad Dog is here. I mean, yes, playing in the corner of Brody, but usually Caesar has the Mighty Bojack with him all the time as well.
Not even 5 minutes in, the shirt comes off of Benjamin Brody. I said he was going to need a new shirt. That almost confirmed it.
Well, maybe we can get a GoFundMe together to get a new shirt for Benjamin Brody.
Or we can get a GoFundMe for Caesar ASHUR, because he's going to need one after going into those steel steps.
He's gonna go, really, that spine going to those strong stairs. Those are not light stairs. Took 3 men to try to move that from while setting up the ring here tonight.
As Benjamin's throwing Caesar into this. And one thing playing into the disadvantage of Caesar ASHUR is he has no champion's advantage.
I mean, Caesar is no stranger to matches like this in Shogun or across the Midwest.
Of course not. We've seen that Christmas Carnage match, Generation Shine versus the Den.
We've seen hardcore matches. We've seen near-death matches. We've seen a double bull rope match. It's Caesar ASHUR and the Den.
Oh my gosh! Oh,
thrives in moves in matches like this, and a cutter.
Talk about doming your opponent.
It is not, as Caesar ASHUR turned it around. And now going after the spine of Brody.
This is what I came to.
Yeah, I bet it is. I thought managers weren't supposed to show bias.
I'm a chief executive officer. I'm not a manager.
He has a point. It is technically his company right now. We all answer to him, and he signs our paychecks. Damn, not cool.
I'll tell you what, Benjamin Brody's probably about to answer to this hammer that Caesar Asher brought in, and I don't like
Why
this.
do we have a hammer? Why is there a hammer underneath the ring?
Oh, and another low blow from Benjamin Brody.
I mean, that's all you can do on the lights.
Oh, I thought that was about to be a hammer shot to the back of the head.
Of Caesar Asher. He might have busted open the skull of Brody.
It's not a matter of if, but when we'll see blood in this match. Question is, who's going to be the one to draw first blood?
I mean, the kids here at the Dragon's Den Arena.
That's exactly why he shouldn't be out here.
I mean, you put him out here.
Are shocked. Turns it around, trying to go for a ripcord lariat, and there's the hammer to the, it looked like to the hand there, to the elbow.
A hammer strike. And Brody's in a bad way. We know he can take some pain, but I don't know if he can take that. He could have a broken elbow. And you condone this, James?
Absolutely. This is good entertainment. This is what people tune in to see.
Oh, and to the knee as well.
People around this world love violence.
Only sickos love this.
Caesar Asher doing what he needs to get done, and obviously we know if you've been watching Super Shogun throughout 2025, the problems between the Den and Benjamin Brody while he was CEO was obviously apparent. Pin attempt, and only a 2 count.
We're going to refrain from the sickos to avoid cease and desist letters.
I'm telling you, like, I'm trying, sir. I'm trying.
You're in the wrong company for that.
Speaking of trying, Benjamin Brody's trying his best to muster the energy to fight this face first into the chairs.
Caesar Asher, it feels like, Mr. Dillinger, that this is almost a hit on Brody.
It's only his game to win at this point.
Caesar Asher was confident enough to use and defend the ONIKAGE Katana. I mean, this could give Caesar an opportunity to go after anybody in the locker room. And I mean, one could argue could go after one of our champions.
And Benjamin just spills out into the ring. Things have gone from bad to worse. The crowd doing everything in their power to bring him back into this match. Caesar's dragging him by the hair now.
Trying to rip the follicles. As Brody just flails around.
Bouncing Brody like a bad check off of those steel steps.
There is no count out here on the arena. And now they're going to the back here. And we'll have to follow as best we can now.
I don't even know if we're going to see them back. They could be fighting all over the place. They could be fighting outside. This fight can go anywhere.
I mean,
Mad Dog just as confused as we are, trying to go find where they're at.
Our camera crew is following the action as best we can right now as we await everybody to come back out here.
Okay. I don't think he likes what he's seeing right now, and I think we're scared to see what's happening. Oh, Caesar comes back. Oh, breaking the TV. Sending Benjamin Brody's body into that TV, and that's going to be a paycheck for somebody.
Oh yeah, that's coming out of Brody's paycheck for sure.
Brody, Caesar's the one that sent him into the TV.
I didn't see Caesar touch that TV at all.
He literally just sent Benjamin's body. How did you not see that?
Did Caesar touch the TV?
Nonetheless, that TV is busted now, and the shoulder might have gotten out of socket from Brody there.
First the elbow, then the knee, now the shoulder.
I mean, these two men are literally going to tear the house down.
Oh! This is fine. That's coming out of the check, right?
It was already broken. It was already broken.
Oh, now it's already broken.
Is the referee checking on the shoulder?
If anything, that mark is Brody. I wasn't even seeing this guy.
I can't with this guy. I cannot with this guy.
Be cool. It's a boss. God bless it. Benjamin Brody and Caesar Asher are literally going to possibly tear this place to rubble if they keep on going, and the referee trying to do his damnedest.
You talk about a blood feud, brother. This is a blood feud.
Checking on the collarbone, making sure it's not busted. Maybe a rotator cuff.
Something's busted right now.
His pride. His pride is busted.
earlier, Peapod, you were saying that Brody's shirt was held together by bubble gum. It looks like his body's being held together by bubble gum right now.
That's no secret of some of the injuries on the back of the spine of Benjamin Brody. But CESAR.
I don't think Brody ever.
That's just simply not true. We've seen him fight this man's head.
Dynamite drop it. I hate to admit it. That was a dynamite drop it. Son of a gun.
We're getting a table or makeshift table set up right now.
Well, see, this is the worst thing. I've been in enough death matches to know that when you set up 2 tables on a slab of wood to make a makeshift table, this has bad news bears written all over it.
Brody's gonna have to dig deep if he wants to avoid what's about to come to him. Everybody.
He's got nothing left.
I mean, those deathmatch people are unhinged, to say the least.
Talking about unhinged, that's definitely a definition you can use talking about CESAR and Benjamin Brody.
Both of them are completely unhinged, as Brody is in a rough spot here, as CESAR just talking more and more trash and trying to set things up and kicks the makeshift table away.
He's teasing everybody. He knows the fans wants to see somebody get put through a table, taking away that enjoyment.
And CESAR ASHUR, I think he's going to possibly go for the top rope, and we've seen this massive frame go for this moonsault.
Oh, landing on his feet though.
The cat-like reflexes of CESAR ASHUR, and Brody ripcord lariat gets turned around. Gonna go for a tombstone pile driver right instead of the ring. Right crumpled his neck. That might do it. Ring the damn bell.
If he did in fact have a spine, you know what?
He may not have a spine, but he has a heart, getting the shoulder up at 2. You can't deny that, CEO. And neither can the crowd. Again, trying to get Brody back into this match. But you have to ask at what point, what cost? How much damage is being done to your body? Yeah, you can come out with a victory, but will you be able to wrestle again after a match like this?
Now it looks like we have a strap of some sort trying to tie up the arms of Brody.
Come on, Mad Dog, get in there.
Oh, it is duct tape, you're right. I mean, if you trap your arms, you can't defend yourself, you are helpless, and Benjamin Brody is pretty much helpless right now as the Mad Dog in disbelief.
Yeah, glasses coming off. He doesn't like what he's seeing, and neither do I!
Second rope splash there, Pitt.
Oh, CESAR's not done. Oh, did you pay him extra for this? I bet you did.
I'm hoping we get ourselves a Royal Rumble 1999 moment right about
I hope to God we just have the venue after this. And now Mad Dog Warren stopping force of reason here.
Good. You don't. At the end of the day, pride aside, check on Benjamin Brody. You've lost enough. You lost your CEO position. You do not need to lose your ability to compete.
I mean, this is all legal.
And I will give CESAR credit. While saying he was letting Mad Dog do this. Free Benjamin. Oh, there's the disrespect. That's not a guy you want to push around.
No, Mad Dog is the wrong person you want to push around.
Chain in hand, he's wrapping that chain around his fist. Oh, into the chair goes CESAR.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Very smart.
Why is he even getting
And the wrapped around fist.
That's what you like to see.
That is that silver chain, the calling card of the Mad Dog.
Hey, you may not like it, but I love it. Yeah, let's go. Come on, Brody. Go.
2 count only. CESAR ASHUR.
with the chains in the fist?
I'm shocked, but that shows you how incredibly tough CESAR ASHUR has become.
Both these men, like I said, it's hard to pick a victor in this match, especially with the stipulation being no. Oh, here we go. Oh no.
Now he's here.
We didn't notice him. but his absence spoke louder than anything. But here he comes now, the man who's defeated Benjamin Brody in singles action. That's how Benjamin Brody lost his job to begin with. The mighty Bojack is out here.
The tag team partner, the other half of our Super Shogun Tag Team Champions, is now making himself known. The rain and the temperature of the arena just went down.
Crowd falls silent. Things just got eerie. Oh, no, I'm excited to see these two come to blows. The stare down is insane.
Ducks under, off the ropes, and a scoop and a slam!
Oh, yeah, and you want to talk about aura farming. Mad Dog stripping of aura right now.
Rip cord, no! Look like we're going for a ripcord. Lariat and a big bow stunner by Bojack.
Neutralizing the threat of Mad Dog Warren. As Caesar Asher continues to beat on Benjamin Brody on the outside. It was supposed to be a singles match, kind of just turned into a tag team.
Well, I mean, it was only a matter of time that we saw the mighty Bojack beat in the corner of Caesar Asher.
And what more weapons can you have out here? What is Caesar looking for? Another table, another door, whatever you want to call it?
That is definitely a door. And I've seen enough Michigan wood doors that those things are tough as hell. It's the cherry wood. That is true. That's now, this match has now devolved into a handicap match.
Chaos from start till now. These two men have been going off.
There was no peace in this match. Peace was never an option. This was an all-out war.
They sent very cryptic messages before this matchup. Oh, I don't know what. Oh, it didn't matter what they were planning.
Brody with practically one arm working.
One arm in a dream right now. This man's fighting and now barely able to capitalize.
What is Brody doing with one arm picking up Caesar Asher?
Showing his heart. And I want you to disrespect this man now, CEO!
Dumps him through the door.
Say something now. Where's the spine? There's the spine right there.
I don't know where Benjamin Brody got the strength to lift with one arm a man nearly 300 pounds.
Opening and shutting that door on Caesar Asher.
But not enough strength to capitalize, and Caesar Asher gets right back up.
And that's just the power of Caesar Asher. He's able to shake off something like that. This man is insane. Oh no. A standoff with chairs. But Brody able to get one up with one hand, one arm. But at the end of the day, two arms is better than one.
See, the CEO, James Dillinger, is smiling from ear to ear.
But Brody is not falling, so defiant, will not fall. Oh, right to the face of Caesar.
And with a bum arm.
Chair for chair, blow for blow.
Knocking each other out with these chairs, and both men swinging for the fences as best they can.
Swinging for the fences, swinging for the ballpark.
Just right on the back of the head of Brody there.
And I'm telling you right now, whoever walks away with the victory, there is no winner in this matchup.
That didn't look good, and now Brody's tied up in the ropes.
Oh no, Caesar's in a bad position. Come on, Brody. This is the opportunity you were looking for. Capitalize. What? Oh, what did he just pull out? What did he just pull out?
What is? Oh no! That's a plastic bag. He's trying to suffocate.
I said we're likely to see a murder. And it looks like we might just get that. Is Caesar busted open?
I don't know how Brody's holding up with one arm. Oh, ripcord lariat.
Taking down CESAR ASHUR. Like I said, one arm in a dream. This man is fighting with everything he has. But is everything he have enough?
Just ended Brody. Put it away. One more. Ripcord lariat.
Oh, this one with mustard. And new ONIKAGE champion. As CEO takes off the headset.
And I am stunned silence, ladies and gentlemen, because now Benjamin Brody holds an item in his hands that can guarantee him a match in anywhere at any time.
I think he might be seriously hurt.
I think Brody is seriously hurt, but how he did it with practically one arm.
I'll tell you how he did it. He did it because he has the heart of a champion, and now he has the goal to prove it.
That is a massive blow to the dead. And now, what does Benjamin Brody have in mind?
What?
Whoa, wow.
What are we seeing? The Den showing respect? I mean, how could you not? What a war. What a main event. What a show.
The wars those two men have had, and mutual respect through all of the battles. As Bojack's not going to show respect, but CESAR will.
This was a needed victory for Benjamin Brody, especially after losing his CEO title. He now has an opportunity at any match he wants.
We are absolutely shocked, but we appreciate you coming out, whether you were here live or you're watching at home, here at Super Shogun. And we're about to wrap things up here for CJ Owen, for Dirt Sheet Dan, and for our new ONIKAGE holder, Benjamin Brody, and everybody else who's been here at Shogun. We are Super Shogun, and you are you. And we'll see you back in May for the RONIN Rumble.
Oh yeah.